Hi everyone. I thought of doing a video about our earth as I have seen lot of videos that is being done by people who have done researches, experiments and have a different understanding. This understanding which goes against the things that we have learnt in school and shown to us from organizations like NASA. It was 5 years before I took one of those videos seriously, and when I knew that there is something to it, I started doing a research. It took me about 1 year to come to a conclusion about this understanding, and that is the understanding I am having until today. I want to bring you some experiments and some explanation about the behavior of the moon, the sun, the stars, which is going to show differences with what we have studied in school or maybe from the TV. So let us try to understand the earth as the earth was created by our Almighty Father in heaven, and we must know the truth about the earth. Also, I want everyone to know this. If I am making a video supporting the NASA, I would have got a lot of views. But I am more interested in sharing the truth. So in this video, we'll go for a experiment and then some explaining about the characteristics of the sun, the moon. Okay, so let's go to it. To start, we will have a good look at this photo. If you look at this photo, you can see the sun rays coming down, and you see how the sun rays angle is there, how it comes down. And if you go along the rays, this left and right rays will meet up just above the clouds. That means the sun is there. So this is how we see it, and what we see is the truth. But the issue is, we have been taught, and by school and by organizations, from TVs, that the sun is 150 million miles away. But if you look at this photo, it doesn't seem like that. Next, we have a video that is an experiment that will support this photo, what we explain now. So let's go to it. This experiment is done by using a balloon, which you can use hydrogen or helium. Those are the only two gases that will take to a very high altitude. You yourself also can go and check on YouTube. There are many guys like this sending balloons, weather balloons. So, but these planes will not go as high as a balloon. It cannot go because the air gets very thin on very high altitude. After that, a plane cannot travel in that high altitude where there is no air or very very thin air, which eventually will not have once you go very high. So only a balloon will take there. So this machine is with a camera and a machine that will record the height of this balloon. And now it is where you see these clouds are there in that range, and it will go above the clouds. I think it's almost there. Yes, it is come above this cloud range, and you can see the sun. So you can see the sun very clearly, and you can see it is not 150 million kilometers from the earth. It is way much near than that. So there is a clear understanding there is something wrong with the things that the school teachers, that the organizations like NASA tell us. We will try to speak about this in another video for now, but in this machine it was recorded 95,000 feet height when it was near the sun. So there is also some other experiments that is being done by people, by small groups who are interested to know the truth about this earth. So we will see. We will go through some other explaining also, then we will come to know more. In this photo you will see the sun has gone down and the brightness of the sun is so less. You can look at the sun without any difficulty, and also the heat is not there at all. If you are experiencing, if you have experienced this near the beach, this sun setting time, you must have experienced it, that there is no heat and you can look at the sun without any difficulty. But at daytime, if you look, you cannot look at the sun. Also the heat is so much, great heat it is there at daytime. When 12 mid-noon, sun is so bright and hot, and by 6 o'clock when it is so dim and no heat, the earth have turned about 6,371 kilometers. That is a quarter of the earth. So as they say, during daytime the sun is so bright and so hot, and the sun rays are coming from 150 million kilometers away, and after it goes for 6,378 kilometers, the sun gets so dim and so light, no heat. That is impossible. So this is a thing also we must just focus a bit, and if you focus a bit, then you will realize there is something to see here. So this is one thing that we can see, and we will go to the next one. In this video now we can see the sun very clearly, and also we can see the moon in the same sky. The moon is a half moon. What been taught to us is that the reason for the half moon is that the earth comes between the sun and the moon, and that is the earth shadow that falls on the moon. But here we can see clearly that is not correct, because the moon and the sun are in the same sky and the earth is not in between them. So this is clearly shown that that teaching is not correct. The reason for the moon to have moon, full moon, half moon is a character of that moon. In different stages we will see the moon like that. That is the character of the moon, but it is not the shadow of the earth. Let's go to another video. These are images of the earth, says NASA. So you can find these images in the internet, but the thing is, if you look this image, the images, you will see each one is different from the other. The color is different. If you take the continents, they are also different with some of these, and the oceans are different in sizes. It is different. It's not looking the same. Is the earth changing? but for sure not this fast. The truth is, these pictures are all made by Photoshop. If someone wants to check, he can download these images, go to Photoshop and check whether it is true or false. Robert Simon admits openly that he is the one who created the marble image. He admits it openly. The truth is, there is no any photos of the earth. Anyone can go and check. So someone might tell, there is a Hubble telescope. Why can't they point the Hubble telescope at the earth and take a photo? Yes, it is a good option, but still we don't have a photo of the earth. Why is it? Maybe once we start looking into it more deeply, we will come to understand why we don't have these photos. Let's go forward. This is a rocket that NASA is trying to send it to space. This is what they are telling now. Now let us see. The rocket, every rocket from wherever they send it, every rocket once it starts to go and it reaches a certain height, the rocket turns. It turns and go horizontally. Then start to travel horizontally only. Why all the rockets travel like this? Why can't it straight go up vertically, straight right away up? Well, if you ask them, sometimes they might tell they need to go through the ozone. There is a hole, they have to go through it. So, and this ozone hole will never come on right on top so that they can send right away. This is not the truth. The truth is, a plane or a rocket, it needs air to travel. A plane also pushes the air and it moves forward. In a rocket, the flame pushes the air down and it moves forward. If there is no air, it cannot travel. Now everyone knows, as you go in altitude, the air gets very thin. That is why if you travel in a plane, you will see when it comes to where there is no air pockets, the plane falls down, and then when it hits the air, then it starts traveling again. Same way. And if you go higher and higher, it gets thinner and thinner, and then you will not find air. So then, if there is no air somewhere, how can anything travel there? In a vacuum, can a rocket travel? It cannot travel. The flame needs to push the air and then travel forward. So then where is this rocket going? All these rockets will travel horizontally and they will go and fall in the sea. Can this be true? I know it is not easy to make up your mind and think that these all are lies. Will they spend millions of dollars and do a lie? Let's see. If we are keen to know the truth, we will find the truth. The biggest mishap happened in 1986 when the space shuttle Challenger exploded. There was a crew in it, but the problem is that crew is still living. This is the crew that went on that shuttle, but these people, you can see the photos, and there are reports that they are alive. Some are with their own same name, some have changed names, but you can see their similarities. Anyway, I'm planning to do a video about this in one of my later videos. So we will discuss about this more detailedly. We have discussed about 6 things in this video, and I plan to bring more things so that we can investigate and we can know the truth about this earth. And I am planning to bring the real shape of this earth in my future videos, but until then I want to bring more evidence to show that the ball earth which they have taught us is not correct. I want to end this video until we catch up with another video.